I see. Well, that was you there, wasn't it? For just about 2 seconds. This is Michael Ironside. He stars in this crazy movie, which is called Starship Troopers. I went to see it. I was like shouting and screaming as if I were at a Buck Rogers movie when I was a kid.
I was shocked when my wife, I hadn't seen it until the premiere. I chose not to see it until it was all put together, and my wife went with me. And there's that scene when the Dizzy character sort of like shoulders in the football, the woman's the quarterback.
Yes.
And then she takes her jacket off and fights with Clancy Brown.
Yes.
My wife was making all these like football player noises, like going, yeah, okay, baby, show him. Like then I'm going,
Who's my date?
no, you know, after 15 years, you know.
You have to wonder. It's a complete surprise. Well, this is a funny movie. I mean, it has cartoonish aspects to it.
It's a huge satire.
Of course it is. Yeah, but why were there only guys at this movie? I mean, I did feel sort of odd, like I was at a, in a men's dressing room.
I can't say it's not a date film.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's like, yeah, it's got guts and gore and guns, but it's gender neutral in the future, and women that have seen it seem to like it.
Yeah.
My wife liked it, her friends liked it.
I'm not generally keen on the insect movies myself, but I realize it's a bigger story than the insects. But when you were shooting this thing, there were no actual insects there, which would have made it palatable.
Well, a lot of the stuff you saw there, the huge mass shots are CGIs. But if CGI is computer-generated images.
Yes.
If you see somebody grabbed and ripped apart,
which you do quite frequently.
In the film, they're actually life-size, quotation marks, life-size maquettes models, hydraulic models. The first time I saw those kind of freaked me out. I came around the edge of the set and...
Was sitting there?
No, they were actually walking it around the back of the truck. And I sort of went, my God.
How big was it? Like as tall as you?
Yeah, it's 16 feet high.
Life size, they don't live.
That's what I'm saying, life size, but it's 16 feet tall, and it was just rearing on its back legs and going through all its motions. What they basically do is they put stunt people in these things and throw them all over the place and walk them around and stuff, so...
Too hot. If you think it's hot in here, it's hot in there. So where did you shoot this thing?
About 4 months. The first 2 months we were in Casper, Wyoming. That sequence you saw on TV is a place called Hell's Half Acre, just outside Casper. Then we went to the South Dakota Badlands, a little place called Kadoka, South Dakota. We increased the population of that town by 500%. It's great. And,
I bet they loved you guys.
Well, yeah, it was fun. And then in the studios.
Yeah. When all space movies, it seems to me, two things happen in sort of futuristic space movies. One is all spaceships all look alike, unless they come from another planet, in which case they look like discs. But if they come from Earth, they're all great things that look like they've been stuck together with a blowtorch. Great chunks of things hanging in sections, but outer space guys never look like that. That's one thing, and I've now forgotten the other thing. It doesn't matter. These guys, why are we so nervous about these arachnids coming? They never sort of land on Earth. Why do we have to go and get them?
Well, they shoot this goo out of their abdomen at us from other planets.
Oh, right.
A little anal, yeah. And they throw asteroids at us, and because Heinlein put it in his book when he wrote it in '59, I believe that they're probably metaphors or for his own xenophobic fear of the Cold War and Russians and whatever when Heinlein wrote it. But
did you read the book before you started?
Yeah, I read it in mid-'60s, and it really. I can't find the right language with it because we're on live television. It upset me because I was a fan of Stranger in a Strange Land, and I thought Heinlein, with all his paranoia and fear of the Russians and everything, took that Kennedy statement, don't ask what your country can do for you, ask what you can do for your country.
Seriously?
No, he turned it into a right-wing manifesto to justify why we should all own guns and shoot anyone that doesn't agree with the way we do things.
Except in the hands of your director, it's changed its focus from that. If that were Heinlein's purpose or idea in the back of his mind, then Paul, your director, has completely altered that. Maybe because, I don't know, he's a child of the Second World War.
Yeah, he's a Dutchman.
Yes.
He was a child during the Nazi occupation of Holland. A couple of statements. I don't want to speak for Paul. I think it's kind of obvious that he basically says any military action is fascism. It's right-wing. And also, I asked him about the political leanings of the story, and he said to me, he says, I'll tell you once. He says, if I tell right-wing world that their way of doing things, he says, is unnurturing, he says, nobody listen to me. He says, so they want a fascist world, I'll give them a fascist world. A perfect fascist world, but it's only good for killing bugs.
That's right. But that's the thing. That's all that happens is it's okay. You can whack a bug. And there is, I shouldn't say what there's a punchline when the psychic guy, puts his hand on a big bug.
Oh, yeah, the brain bug.
The brain
Which kind
bug.
of looks like our pug at home.
Yeah, it's an unfortunate-looking thing, the brain sucker.
Yeah, we really can't talk about that.
No, we can't. Yeah, that is the big problem with this kind of thing. It's such a deep and engaging plot, you wouldn't want to blow the punchline.
No, yeah, deep and engaging plot, right. No, like, the interesting things, for example, the only three humans that are killed by humans in the film, one's by accident, which I think is the most horrific moment in the film, and the other two are mercy killings.
Yes.
So it's a huge fantasy world.
Which you commit. You commit that one of them is
one of them,
yeah.
Yeah. And I'm the committer and the committee.
Yes. True enough. Yeah, you see, you've told that big moment.
You know,
I have
if
to
you
say
want
one
to dig
thing.
in this film, there's stuff to dig.
There absolutely is. I don't know if I'm
But if
going
you
back.
want to just go have fun, let's say a huge amusement park. You know, it's got the roller coaster, it's got the Wild Mouse, it's even got a little bit of Lover's Lane where you can go and sneak.
Oh, the moochy parts. Blah, I don't like moochy parts in movies.
Kind of like Tav Hunter and
yeah,
50s kind
God, I want to talk about those guys in a minute, who are very beautiful. They're beautiful beyond all imagining.
They all got hair,
teeth. They all got teeth. They got caps. Don't go near them because they're just so beautiful. Michael Ironside, you'll stay, will you, for a minute?
Sure.
For a while? Okay, good. You have to.
Do I? Okay. Material that looked great, but didn't breathe very well. The outfits actually weighed about 30 to 40 pounds, and those machine guns weighed about 40 pounds.
Sure took a lot of ammo.
Yeah, actually,
to take out one bug.
Ammo, I think we spent close to $1 million. That's $1 million US, just on gun bullets.
But they're just like stupid bullets, aren't they? I mean, they're not like bullets.
Yeah, but they're like just bullets without any metal on the end of them.
Right, so they just shoot out of the gun? I didn't see them come out of the gun.
Flame. No, there's no bullets.
No, of course not.
You don't want it anywhere near your face because it'll blow a piece of your face.
It would?
Oh, yeah.
Just the blast?
Yeah.
When I went to this movie, and you were in the beginning, and I was happy, and there you were, and this is the guy I'm going to interview, and then you went away. And I thought, where is it? It was with two guys. Where is this guy? Is he ever coming back? And then there's a moment when you come back big time. But I was quite nervous that you were gone forever, and I thought, you can't have, like, a name almost above the title and never come back again. I don't know what the point of that was, other than you disappear for hours.
In the book, actually, it's two characters. I forget the political morals and ethics professor is Jean, Lieutenant Routin, I think, and then there's Lieutenant Ratchik. They rolled the
You're
two
Ratchik.
characters.
Yeah, all the way through.
They rolled the two characters.
Which I think is a good idea. Now, you seem to spend a great deal of your movie career amputated.
Yeah, I'm always losing stuff. Yeah. I don't know what to say.
What do you do with it? Was that arm that was gone?
Yeah, there's actually about 7 different rigs in the film. There's one that I'm puppeting myself.
Yes.
With where all this arm is in black, and then there's another one where I've got this down around my derriere somewhere, and there's some other guy with hydraulics working the arm, and then there's a couple other rigs.
Yeah.
And when they cut them all together, hopefully it looks like I haven't got any forearm.
Well, is your arm there?
No, back
it's
here.
In the back.
Back here. On one of them.
Yeah.
On one. I think it's on the one where Denise Richards, when I end up putting a stump on her shoulder and ask her a question. That's a hydraulic arm, so.
Were you laughing all the time when you were making this movie?
No.
No, of course, no? You didn't see the humor in this?
No, $115 million going up the pipe, you know, you can't laugh when you're on camera.
No, I didn't mean on camera. I mean, did you find a comedy value in this picture?
Yeah.
Yeah. You kind of have to, don't you?
It's kind of a weird-looking stump. You know, it was amazing how many people come up to me and wanted to play with it. And I know, it's disgusting.
Well, there is a tremendous lot of dismemberment.
Yes.
It's just one after another. You're inured to it quite quickly. I mean, all of the world was like Nude Restaurant. You remember going to see that Andy Warhol movie, Nude Restaurant?
No.
Oh, well, where have you? This is like 1,000 years ago.
No, from the factory. I saw the sleeping one.
Yeah, well, the sleeping I went to see the nude one. You went
5
to see
hours
the
of a guy sleeping in a bed.
Yeah, well, see, there you are. I went to see the naked one. And they're all standing around in this restaurant.
Who was naked?
Everybody was naked. The bartender, the people in the bar. They were there. Oh, you know, after 3 minutes, it's like, you know, 2 minutes, 10 seconds.
Very few people I want to see naked.
Like none. Especially not these people.
I don't even like looking at myself.
No, this was supposed to be, this was just supposed to be about the fact that people with limbless and bleeding all over the place, it doesn't affect you after a while, which is horrifying.
I don't believe you just segued from dismemberment to nude bodies on Andy Warhol and back to blood and
Hey,
stuff.
I'm an artist. I can't help it.
That's cool. It's like, yeah, there's a lot of dismemberment in this film.
Is the answer to that question.
I just don't know what the question was, darling.
No, there wasn't really a question. It was just saying that you do get inured to it. Get me off this horse immediately. But you get
Actually, you know, it's cartoon. I don't find this as a violent film at all.
Oh, please.
You want to argue about that? I think Romero or The Killing Fields, Man in Humanity to Man, where it's documented as violent. This is not violent. There's video games out there. The kids put quarters into it much more.
Will this be a video
What's the
game?
one where the guy sticks his fist in somebody's chest? I heard it the other day.
Rips out his heart.
He says, finish him, and he rips out his heart and throws it over his shoulder. And this is like, you know, 7-year-olds and 3-year-olds are, you know, playing these games. No, I think the most violent moment in the film is, like we said, when that one fellow was killed by accident. And I think that Paul's very responsible with violence. You know?
I agree.
It's like over the top. It's cartoonish and it's a joke. The people aren't real in this film.
No, they certainly
Have you ever
aren't.
seen people with that good a skin and
No,
the hair is always perfect?
What's Casper's name?
Van Dien.
Is that his real name?
That's his real name.
How could you be a movie star with a name like Casper?
I don't know. He's got like a Casper ghost on one of his biceps too.
Where's he from?
He's American, Dutch descent.
Right.
Yeah, he's
Has he ever been in anything before?
You know the guy you see in the film, that gung ho? That's him. He's really that sweet, that gung ho, that easygoing.
Where did he get a jaw like that? Is it an implant?
No, that's his.
What a jaw like
Look
this.
at his hair.
I know the whole thing, the teeth, the eyes, the face. And then the girl who is the pilot, who grins all the time. Who's that person?
Denise Richards.
I've never seen any of these kids
She's
before.
cute.
Just you. Just only you have I seen before. You're adorable. Thank you very much for coming.
you.
And I don't know what happened there about the naked story, but thanks, Michael Ironside.
God bless.
Vancouver.